Hello boys.
Morning.
Morning. Morning Harvey.
Hello.
Morning Tony. Ready for the exhibition centre. NEC today, Advanced Engineering, first day of our 2-day show. Was £12 parking, now 16. Got a bit of a walk. One hall ahead of you, which is one of 17 halls on. You are Arif, you ready for this show? You'll have no voice left by the end of the 2 days, you know that. Oh, mini Starbucks.
Dispenser.
Ah. Oh, here we are. Ready for our first day. Hello, Harvey.
Hello.
How are you doing? How's the pinball? Ready, waiting?
Yeah, I managed to check it.
What do you do? Being an engineer. Cool. So, this is the first time we've been at the NEC exhibition. This is, oh sorry, not the NEC exhibition, the Advanced Engineering exhibition. And because materials are changing, 3D desktop printing materials, we thought this would be a great time to actually showcase at one of the major engineering events in the UK. So we got together some of the latest and greatest 3D printing materials that can be used in manufacturing engineering and brought them together on the show. One along with Groots, who's just our companion, and because he's taller than our tallest engineer, Nigel. He's,
Field engineer?
Yeah, he's our field engineer. So what we brought along today is not only the materials, but a part 3D printed, as you can see here, part 3D printed tensile tester to test some of those materials on. We've got a buzz trace here which does, it's got a conductive plastic. If you move right to left with a conductive plastic, you will set off a buzzer if you touch the two plastics together. Beep beep. We also have, for those of you who do gaming, you might recognise Portal. This wonderful device has been created by Harvey, who's currently playing a pinball machine. We also have a sand art table that, although you can't see the parts, underneath the 3D printed parts in terms of the some of the rails and the brackets that actually guide this sand art table. It creates a new pattern about every 45 minutes. It's created by Tony, who also created the pinball machine, which we'll come to in a minute. And made over a period of a couple of months. It also, we've been told one of the, it actually tells the time. So one of the patterns that actually comes up is a real-time clock. Hello, just looking at it from a different view. This is all the external parts that you see, the casing and the side panels are all designed by Arif, who's just putting the finishing touches to his buzz trace. And this was just to show some of the tensile pieces, some of the strength of some of the materials that you can actually work with in manufacturing. What we have there at this moment in time is a piece of Filamentum 92A TPU that can be used in gaskets and seals. We created a way of showing our sample test pieces that we'll use in the tensile tester. These are some tank tracks that are made from a Polymax material called Polymax PLA that were given to us by a young man called Paul. This is an F1 car that is printed in a new Polysmooth material. Polysmooth materials by Polymaker. We have our various... Right, okay, thank you very much. Now I've seen what you've done. Tony, you cheeky. There's an engineered vase. So we have to include that on our engineering show. A bit of an inline company joke. Cool. We also have here a set of 3D printed speakers. And it shows all the different materials that have been used to create the speakers. And these are done by a very talented chap called Paul Ellis, who's started a business or starting a Kickstarter project called Polymate. So that's Paul Ellis, and the more information about his unique 3D printer system on the internet, so you'll be able to find that. If you just typed in Polymate 3D, you'd bring that information up. Cool. And then we have Tony's pinball machine, which is upgraded his pinball machine. There's quite a few upgrades, not only just additional few lights, but also he has upgraded the bumper system on this machine, and the bumper system is now different. There's no last year's or when this was manufactured in 2016, the actual bumper system itself had conductive traces, and the conductive filament was what actually made the trace and the bumpers actually connect and work. But he's done a different format today, so that they are far more responsive than they used to be. There's a few more seagulls printed. There's been updates to some of the electronics, some of the sounds, the ghost machine. Tony, could you throw your ball at the machine? The ghost machine. We're still having our 3D printed coins to run the machine.
Which one? Manually?
Oh yeah, you can do it manually, that's cool. We just want to see the bumpers, how responsive they are now, and the added smoke you've got coming out of the little ghost that we have here in down in Southend-on-Sea in the Peter Pan's playground. But the actual the bumper system itself is far more responsive than it was before. There's a few lights added for the runway, but this is all 3D desktop printed. Now this is your regular desktop printers that originally, when we started the business several years ago, those printers were very, very expensive, and it wasn't even like as a domestic purchaser. It was, you know, it was quite out of the reach of quite a few people. But over the 7 years, materials and machines have really dropped in price. So you can pick up 3D printers that would create a printer like this for around £500 now, and even less. So it has changed greatly, giving people more opportunity to try 3D desktop printers. And because materials have changed also, you've now got manufacturing type of materials that can be printed on these particular machines, which is the reason why we're at the this advanced engineering show today, is given the opportunity to try something new, the opportunity to look at materials that might fit in your actual workplace or your workflow. Not replace it, but maybe add to it.
we go. So the back, yeah, the back's definitely on.
180 kilos, 200.
200, bloody, it hasn't even moved yet.
Nice.
Is that because it's gone back and down again?
It's slipping. Stop it.
Oh, so,
Let's stop. Let's start again.
no. Right. There we go. Right.
No, it's slipping again.
Stop. Oh, you ready?
Yep.
Yes, is alloy 19 stuff.
You don't take out a video, do we?
No, if any material is going to do it, it's this one.
Well, there it goes. Bloody hell.
Whoa!
237 kilos.
I got it on camera as well.
50%.
I got it on camera as well. Like, focused perfectly right on the bit of the brakes.
So 100% it's going to be a
Oh yeah, 140,000, so exactly, very slow. Yeah.
Well, just you have to be doing 50% above the hoop stress. What 80,000 is.
Very interesting. Thank you very much. Nice talking to you.
5-axis 3D printer. They make a modular robot arm.
I think that's the one that goes.
Yeah.
About the click,
So they can put modular parts with it. And Tim stole my pen, so.
It is Nomad 1030 CF10.
Next door.
What's that?
Next door. Told him I'm here to steal the pen, so yeah, you can.
205, Jesus.
We don't have the.
No, I know. That went at 205.